We are going to make the base for a spring bunny Easter wreath. I'm opening up my ties. There should be 18 of them. I love the woodland ruffle, and that's what I'm gonna start my base with. This is 10-inch mesh that we cut 20 inches long. I'm putting that over 3 times, putting my clip on it, flipping it over 3 times up the center, and I'll place that right onto my frame until we get it covered. I like to put my curls up. You can make pretty quick work of this because you have prepped. This is a very neutral base, but as you will see in just a moment, we're going to add a gorgeous pop of color on top of this. I like to work on the bottom first. Again, I'm giving it 3 curls on either side, and I'm putting those curls up. If you're following this series, you know that we cut an entire roll of 10-inch mesh. And now we're moving to that top ring, the inner circle. You guys, as I sit here and make this video, we are fastly approaching March. March, you guys. The first quarter of the year. It's unreal how fast it goes. So it is definitely bunny season. Which is always fun to start that next season and the colors it brings. If you don't mind sharing this video, I would appreciate it. It helps my small business. And I do appreciate each and every one of your shares. I do see them. And I appreciate them. Also, if this is something that you want to come back and reference, when you share it to your timeline, when you hit the share button, then this video is on your timeline and you can go back to your page and find it easily looking back. If it's something that you want to keep. When I'm putting this into my tie, I am pulling up that second one, or the one that's beside it, so those curls can stand up. I'm gonna go ahead and use my basket. I'm short one tie, so I need to go see if it fell off my table. And if it didn't, that means the roll was actually short, but I feel like it fell off because I think I heard one fall, but I'm not sure. We'll see. We will see what we need to do. This is a very pretty mesh. I like using this mesh, and I love adding a big pop of color with it. Let me go around and see if I actually have a piece on this side of my table. Bear with me. I don't see a piece, which is kind of strange, but that does happen. So, we'll just cut one. The problem is, once this starts, now this one's going to be one short. So it carries on and on. Let me get this cut. Just going to cut it at 20 inches like we did all of the others. There is a hole in my mesh out of the gate, so I'm going to cut that piece off to clean it up. Put that away. That away. And we're going to finish up this curl here. Okay. Now, the fun is getting ready to begin. So I used to do my curl videos separately. A lot of you guys would come back on and say, where are the curls? Even though it's dated. So I think for this video, we're just going to keep right on moving along. And we will go ahead and do our curls. So look at this fun time have. This is fun. gonna move my ribbon for just a moment. I don't need that ribbon until we come back to make a bow. So 10-inch mesh, cut in 10-inch pieces. I roll it loosely. I find the center, I scrunch it, and I add it to the center of my spool holder. And I do several of these at a time before I add them into the wreath. Now, I love this color so much. Okay, we're gonna take these two, make a cross, put them in your tie, tie that off, and let the curls do their thing. Look how fun that is. So much fun. I love it so much. This is probably my favorite part, and I just kind of work up and down as I go around. And we're gonna make some more. This border mesh is gorgeous. First of all, it's a gorgeous pop of color, and I love color. I am so glad that this hot pink is trending this year for all seasons, because that means that color is coming back. Color is coming back. And in my world, it never left. But not only is it a gorgeous color and it's hot pink, and it's a happy color, but it's the border mesh, and I'm obsessed with border mesh. I love the glitter on the edge that border brings. And what that means when this is on your door is that that is going to catch the sun. Okay, we're just working our way around this wreath. Look how fun it already is. Look at that compared to what you started with, which is a great foundation, and then bam. So cute. Gonna make myself a few more of these guys. Again, I probably don't even do this the same way twice, but I'm working top to bottom today. You can work bottom to top. You can do the entire top and then the entire bottom. You do it the way you want to do it. Now, if you are looking for an Easter wreath, this is going to be absolutely stunning, and it will be a real pop of Easter on your front door. I always post these wreaths to the page with a link to purchase in case you're interested. Once you get to the end of the roll, they naturally curl. Let me go down here and get my pieces. I'm going to go ahead and cut this while I'm here. This wreath is a ton of fun. This is gorgeous. Who are my hot pink girls? Anybody out there love hot pink? Because if you do, just know it's the it color. So you should be able to find lots of things you love in home decor. Again, this is 10-inch mesh. It is cut 10 inches. It is rolled into curls. It takes one full roll per wreath. So you have 2 rolls of mesh in your wreath when you do this style wreath. Okay, we'll make our last couple of packets here, or curls rather. And see, now on this one, it came out perfect. So weird how that, the other roll must have been short. Sometimes that happens. And look, this actually has 1 extra and the other one was 1 short. What are the odds? And they're 2 different colors. What are the odds of that? I think that's pretty odd. Placing in our last couple of ties. One more tie to go. Excuse me. And we have a base. So, she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. I will be back in the next video and we will be adding our ribbon packs. I'll see you soon. We cut our 2 contrasting ribbons, 13-inch strips. We dovetailed it, and now they are going into the design in every single tie. These packets were folded in half. I go to that halfway mark. I scratch it down the center, and that's what goes into my tie. If you love these videos, if you don't mind, give it a share. It not only will be on your timeline, but that also helps my business. And I appreciate it. That guy was a little bit out of control and needed to be fixed. These ribbons are so cute. As you can tell, each layer that we add onto our wreath just adds that next layer of design and texture and color, and it just makes the wreath start coming to life. I think the most fun sometimes is picking out all of your mesh and ribbons and signs and designing your wreath. The design process, because when you see it come to life, it's pretty awesome. Just pull my ties the opposite of one another. Make sure they have a good curl on them. Now we have the top done, and we're going to go to the bottom. easy to get in your groove and get these knocked out. Especially if you want to make multiples of something and you work in this fashion, it really does go quicker. Because you could have everything prepped and ready. Do all your bases, come back through, do all your ribbons, come back through, do all your signs. If you are interested in this wreath, I will make a post on my page at the end of this series with the link to purchase. Again, you're just pulling those opposite of each other. Make sure your curls are where you want them and that they're looking good. Oh, I was wondering what that sound was, but tomorrow's trash day on our street. And that is what that sound is. I don't know about you guys. This has nothing to do with what we're doing, but I love trash day so much. Just getting everything out of the house. And they just come and pick it up and it's magical. I love it. I think it's because where my husband and I lived for the majority of our marriage, we had to take it off ourselves. So even 8 years later, I just appreciate the heck out of it. Okay, look how pretty. Look how pretty. I'm gonna move you up so you can see it, so close your eyes. Look at her. Okay, I'll be back, and in our next video, we're gonna attach the sign. See you in a few. I'll tilt my camera back down. We're attaching the sign. Look how cute she is. Super cute. Super cute. I'm gonna get my chenille stems. Using hot pink to match those curls. It does have the sawtooth hanger. So that will be one of my chenille stems. And then I'm going to use my hole punch. I'm just going to go ahead and make that hole down here in the tail. Put my glasses on so I make sure I hit this hole in the same spot. There we go. It didn't go through the first time. Come on. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Just didn't go through. You should hear that sound on a metal sign for sure. And so I used the hanger that came on the sign. This is a metal sign. I love metal signs, prefer metal signs. And then I added my own hole with this hole punch. You can get these on Amazon. I will link it below. And that's where mine came from. And now we're going to attach this gorgeous bunny to her base. I have to stand up for this one, guys. need to go up here and put it into this side. And she is in. I'm going to pull the camera up. Close your eyes. Okay, she's in. She's cute. She needs a bow. She needs a bow here. So we're going to make a big bow. I'll be back with you guys to make the bow. See you in a few. Okay, so I want this bow to go right beside her and then cascade down off of the wreath. Just going to go in, get this attached. And then we can trim it up. Now that we have it where we want it, that's how I want it. I also don't even mind maybe having that one come down into this tie and out. And maybe some of these are curled. And maybe on this side, over here, we do the same thing where we kind of do that waterfall into this tie. This one over here. And maybe we curl this one up. And that one is like so. And then we come up here, and so I can already tell that this needs to be shorter because it's right there in the center of our bow. But we didn't know that when we were making the bow. So this is where you have to do some work after it's already made. This doesn't need a lot off, but we'll do like so. Just a little bit off of this one. And I think that is super gorgeous. So there's our bow. There's our wreath. If I had enough of this, I would probably do a waterfall on the other side, but this is all I have, literally. So I don't think it's enough. But it would have been pretty. You don't have to, but adding that on that side would have definitely been pretty. But that's okay. So that's our wreath. I'll be back with a video and photos and a link in case you guys are interested. Okay, so I want this bow to go right beside her and then cascade down off of the wreath. Just going to go in, get this attached. And then we can trim it up. Now that we have it where we want it, that's how I want it. I also don't even mind maybe having that one come down into this tie and out. And maybe some of these are curled. And maybe on this side, over here, we do the same thing where we kind of do that waterfall into this tie. This one over here. And maybe we curl this one up. And that one is like so. And then we come up here, and so I can already tell that this needs to be shorter because it's right there in the center of our bow. But we didn't know that when we were making the bow. So this is where you have to do some work after it's already made. This doesn't need a lot off, but we'll do like so. Just a little bit off of this one. And I think that is super gorgeous. So there's our bow. There's our wreath. If I had enough of this, I would probably do a waterfall on the other side, but this is all I have, literally. So I don't think it's enough. But it would have been pretty. You don't have to, but adding that on that side would have definitely been pretty. But that's okay. So that's our wreath. I'll be back with a video and photos and a link in case you guys are interested.